Good afternoon. My name is Randy Zromkowski. I'm the chairman of the board of directors of Porter-Starke Services, and I want to welcome you and thank you for coming to today's ribbon cutting for the new addition to our Portage facility. And I told Elliot he picks great days because when we opened the other side, it was the hottest day of the summer that year, and here we are again. So at least we're consistent, if nothing else. It is the board of directors' sincere joy that we have been able to add on to this facility. It's a demonstration of commitment to the city of Portage. And Mayor, we thank you for your cooperation, your assistance, and your support of our desire to expand in this community. And we also appreciate the commitment of Pete Visklaski, who recognizes the need to provide quality services to a population often not provided for the same as those with physical impairments. So Pete, we thank you very, very much for your commitment. So with that, I'll introduce our CEO, Rocky Schrock.
Thanks everybody, thank you for coming. And as you can see, we tried to build a high-tech building here, and that being said, I'll pull out my teleprompter here. So we're frugal with our dollars. But the purpose of today is a ribbon cutting for this addition to our Portage facility. And just very briefly, a lot of people have been saying, what are you going to do with this addition? And as you can see, it's a good place for a lot of people to gather. We'll be using this building, this room right here, for educational purposes, training purposes, multi-groups, family groups, experiential therapy. So we will make tremendous use of this space in particular. We've also added on 4 offices for therapists and physicians to meet the growing need in Portage, and that is in addition to the 8,000 square feet that we've added on actually last year at this time. Several years ago when we went to the congressman to explain and express our need to increase services in Porter County and especially in Portage. Once again, I'll do what I can, no promises. We stand here today in the offices and the meeting room that we were able to secure as a result of funds that the congressman helped us secure. So Congressman, I know you say you'll do what you can and no promises, but I'll tell you, you've been a very good friend of Porter-Starke and the clients that we serve and the community, and I want to thank you for that and your entire staff. The next main thank you I want to send out there is to Mayor Olga Velasquez. This was the first construction project for me personally, and I worked and thank God had a lot of support with our staff and board of directors, but didn't quite know everything that goes into it. Engineering, sewers, redevelopment, zoning, land acquisition, title companies, everything. And from start to finish in phase 1 and phase 2, the mayor and the mayor's office and all of the departments of the mayor have done nothing but make this a seamless, easy process. And Mayor, I want to thank you for your support for the construction, as well as your support and contribution to behavioral health care services from prevention through the entire continuum. Thank you, and you and your staff. You guys have been a joy to work with and have made this very easy for us. So I want to thank you. So upon that, I'd like to introduce Mayor Olga Velasquez, who's going to say a few words. And again, thank you, Mayor, for all your support.
Well, certainly your health, balance, and hope leads into my comments, and thanking Porter-Starke and all of the partners for continuing to support the health of our community, health of Portage, health of your employees, the clients you serve, and certainly health of all of Porter County. And looking at balancing the services and bringing those services close to home so that the residents of Portage have a place where they can continue, and their families, to continue to seek those services that you so professionally provide for our citizens and community, and the balance of working with government and institutions as Porter-Starke Services to bring about a project like this that is so exciting. And thank you for your promise. You promised when we met very early, we're going to expand services here in Portage, we're going to make an investment, and you certainly have delivered, and that's admirable. And then certainly the hope that this provides for our citizens, for our community to know that we can bring about such great projects like this because we have people that stand behind us and help us. And people that give us hope is somebody that we call friends, someone that we know that when we make that call provides us with the resources when possible. And that is certainly our Congressman Pete Visclosky, who gives us in Northwest Indiana the hope and the ability that we can be the best that we can be. And so at this time, I'd like to thank you, Congressman, for your support and introduce Congressman Pete Visclosky.
I want to take a moment of personal privilege because I am somewhat advanced in years, and it is a deep pleasure to be here, not only with the mayor and Randy and all of you, but with my good friend Rocky Shirelli. You would have to know my father, Johnny V, as he is called, who is now 95, a former mayor of Gary. One of his absolute best friends in life was a gentleman called Rocky Shirelli. And one of my favorite pictures in a very large collection from sometime in the mid-1950s is Rocky and Johnny at a table with several pounds of lamb, green onions, and several bottles of beer. One of the two gentlemen is stuffing lamb in one person's mouth, and the other one is giving in return a hand sign. But also leaving the biggest grins on their mouth. And to this day, some 4 decades later, to be here with Rocky, just as a personal privilege. And I would simply want to thank him for his life of dedication and everyone connected with Porter-Starke for your dedication to improve the lives of people who live in our community. Regrettably, for too long, people have made a distinction between physical and mental health. You have not. I am hopeful that as people become more enlightened, that stigma dissipates. You have climbed the hill, you have worked with those most in need, you have made our community a gentler and finer place to live. So it was simply my pleasure to work and represent our interests in Washington, to bring some of all of our tax dollars back here to help you in your job to continue your good work. So again, it's simply a pleasure and a joy to be with you today, and I congratulate you on your success. Thank you very much.